Okay, little aside, because I'm thinking about this later on and stuff like that, comparing between Dark Crystal and urRu and whatnot. And I'm just thinking about the fact that, like, in Dark Crystal, the urSkeks are these celestial beings that can beam from one location to another, like, you know, like the Dini with the linking books and everything. Like, they can just appear suddenly in a new world that didn't invite them and just show up there abruptly and so on. But also in the Dark Crystal, the urSkeks are split between two creatures. They get split in half by an event during the Great Conjunction, and they become the Skeksi and the urRu. And when you look at those two things, the urRu are the peace-loving, like, one with nature, Zen, chill people that are about harmony and so on. And they live in a cleft. They live in like a chasm, a valley thing, where like there's a normal surface just around them, but they live surrounded by rock walls and so on, where they have plants and they have sand and all that. Like, I'm looking at that stuff and I'm like, it looks like Tiana's home, the cleft from urRu that you used to get into the game in the first place. And Tiana was somebody who separated themselves from everything else and lived in harmony alone and wasn't dealing with any of the greater constructs, and she was rejecting the overall structure of being a member of the Dini and so on, and just was moving on from that, like the urRu were. Meanwhile, the Skeksis lived in these opulent cities and they clung to their wealth. The Emperor is like just desperately clings to the symbol of his power all the way to his dying breath, much like how Kadish is found dead in his vault when he could have left. And the Skeksi, much like the Dini, had slaves and so on. And I'm just like looking at all the stuff, all the way down to like the crystal here shooting lasers like the Dark Crystal does, although the functions being different, and this rotating thing that looks like the Ae'gura's observatory and so on. I'm like, you could probably get a lot of comparisons if you spend some time with these two properties and really look at them for a while, because I keep finding more.
What's it for? Is that what you want to know?
Oh, and the urSkeks that we meet in the Dark Crystal are the ones that were exiled from their home because they were seen as immoral and impure, and they had to serve out a sentence where they proved themselves worthy of rejoining society, much like Atrus's sons, who were exiled into prison worlds where they would not be allowed to rejoin or even leave that particular world until they proved that they were safe to come back.